Hey everybody, the hands of Patti Tolley Parrish are back in video. Trying to do a YouTube video this evening. I'm going to make an altered recipe box for my niece Chelsea. As a surprise to Chelsea, I hope you don't see this one. And thought I would try to capture some of this on video for everyone. So I'm going to jump right into it, and I may end up speeding through some of this if I get stuck in a thinking process, or I know that would be a shocker, right? Because I like know everything I'm going to do all the time. Yeah, not so much. So we're having a surprise shower. Don't tell anybody we're having a surprise shower for Chelsea. And with the invitations, I sent out these recipe cards that I made myself. I mean, they aren't that fabulous, but they're mine. I made them for, so it's kind of handmade for me. And I made the invitations too. So I sent a recipe card out with every invitation and asked everybody coming to the shower to please put their favorite family recipe on the card and to bring it to the shower. And in the meantime, I'm going to have this box there. And I've got a bunch of blanks that I made up too for her to add to it herself as time goes. And I got this blank box off of Etsy. I looked at Michael's and Joann's, I think, and they had some. I wanted to do 4x6. I didn't want it 3x5. And they were kind of cattywampus, you know, the seams weren't really great. And I wanted these squared bottoms instead of the rounded ones, so that I could use my Tim Holtz legs that I like to use. So that's where I got it. Oh, where are you, camera? From this dude on Etsy. Quick ship, nice quality. Everything seems like it's jointed nicely. It's kind of heavy wood. So, there you go. But I don't know what the hell I'm going to do to alter it. So, I think I'm going to start by putting some gesso on the inside, because I might paint that. See, I don't know. I should have thought past that, but yeah, not a great thinker. So let me get some gesso. Let's start there, shall we? Oh, won't that be riveting to watch me gesso something? Oh Lord, I have got to do that tip of putting Vaseline in the lids of all your mediums, so you don't have to do this to get the damn things open. Oh, I said damn, 4-letter word. Somebody poo-pooed me the other day for being profane. Ah! Oh, God. What are you going to do? So, I say we just gesso. That's what I say. Where's the brush I want? Where are you, little brush? Here. Crap. I'll just use this one. Okay. So, gesso, away we go. Thought I saw a few separate little wood chips in there. I don't even know if you're supposed to use gesso on raw wood. I guess we're about to find out. But I figured the paint's going to really suck up in there. And I'd rather have my gesso being what gets sucked up in there. Not using so much of my color. And I might use some of my hoarded cobalt teal from Golden on the inside, because Chelsea is a turquoise girl like I am. That's going to be one of the colors in her wedding. So if you guys remember those mason jars, they're going to be part of her centerpieces. She and my nephew Zach, her brother, came over last Saturday with her new puppy Bay, and we played down here for a while, figuring out how to group the mason jars, what to put in them, on them, around them, and all that stuff. And we came up with a really pretty combination, I think, so she was happy with that. So, one step closer. And Chelsea has a few symbols that really are meaningful to her. And they all kind of represent her mom. If you remember my sister-in-law Janine that I talked about that we lost, that was Chelsea and Zach's mom. And Chelsea always, even when Janine was living, she called her mom her anchor. And Janine actually got her an anchor necklace, a pendant with a diamond in it, that I think she's going to wear with her wedding dress. And an anchor I put on the, that's why I have this anchor on here, on the recipe card. Just a little something. And the other symbols are a butterfly and a mermaid. And the butterfly was just kind of came about when she passed, and one of our friends did a video for her viewing and funeral of her life, and every time he segued to a different stage of her life in the video, he had a beautiful butterfly on the page that transitioned from the section to section. So that sort of became the theme, and we've seen butterflies turn up in the most unusual places. Chelsea, for the longest time, had, and yellow was always Janine's color, so Chelsea used to have a yellow butterfly almost every day she went to the gym fly across in front of her as she walked in the door of the gym. So if you also remember the story, Janine was an aerobics, Pilates, and yoga instructor for 30 years. And she lived a lot of her life at a gym. And this was one of the gyms where she taught towards the end. So it's just, I don't know, coincidence? I don't know. I don't know, Neen. I think she was too powerful of a spirit to just have gone. So I do think she's possible. And we buried her ashes in the ocean, which was one of her favorite places in the world, where they went as a family every summer, and they were buried offshore. So we call her a mermaid. So she's a mermaid, she's a butterfly, and she's an anchor for Chelsea. So I'm going to try to incorporate the anchor for sure, and I have some on order to go on here for an embellishment. And I don't want to overdo it with that kind of theme and always have it like in her face. I want it to be more subtle. So we'll see what I come up with. I don't know. Mojo, my big boy, had surgery yesterday. And bless his heart, we picked him up last night. And he was still stupefied because they did a surgery later in the afternoon. And he was so wobbly. He fell a couple times on the stairs. We were trying to spot him. I mean, he's 108 pounds, so it's not like he's a little poodle you can stick under your arms and carry him up the stairs. No offense to poodle owners, but he's doing a lot better today. It's still just a little dicey trying to keep Babe off of licking his incision and for him scratching it because it's right on his throat. So the Elizabethan collar, that doesn't work, but it looks damn cute on Dave, I gotta tell you. Don't tell him I said that. Gets a little fussy about that stuff. Anywho, all right, I got just about a coat of gesso on here. I think I might as well do the inside edges while I'm at it. Probably should just gesso the whole thing. But I want, no, because I might glue this paper on the outside instead of painting it. I think I will. So I think the tooth of the wood, I think, would hold that glue better than gesso. That's what I'm thinking anyway. What the hell do I know? I don't know if it will or not. I'm lying. Why would I lie? Okay. This little edge. So we got some snow again today in Maryland, which is, we've had more than our share this year. But today I made some snow cream. If you can't beat them, join them. So good though. I told Dave we're going to have to move to Alaska now. Keep me in snow cream all year. Just what I need. But I made it light. Snow cream light. Trying to watch my diet. Lord. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to set this aside. and let this start to dry while I rifle through my papers and try to envision what I'm going to do to this thing. Because I really don't know. So I'm going to put my lid on my gesso for now because I don't think I'm going to gesso anything else. I think I'm going to just glue to the outside. We'll see. I'm going to stick this in some water. Okay, I thought about, I love Finnabair, and her line of papers from 7 Studios is awesome. So this has a couple components of what I want in it. The turquoisey colors, it kind of looks watery. It's called Wavy Ocean because this lace pattern in there kind of looks like waves. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. So I think I'm going to use this on the outside. And I thought about taking like one section of this and wrap it around 2 sides. And then take another section and wrap it around the other 2 sides. And then I have this other paper. I did my baby girl cigar boxes with this pink side. And then it's got this weathered wood that's kind of a blue. Which is kind of beachy, which is another thing Chelsea really likes. Then I have this little turquoisey kind of paper here with the butterflies on it. I thought I might like stack that inside somewhere, maybe in the back. I don't know. We shall see. So in the meantime, I'm going to get out my my stuff. What do I need? I need my cutter. I need my ruler. I'm going to use this. I forget what this thing's called. I use it when I do my boxes. Anybody know what that is? Yeah, it's one of those. My husband gave me that to use. And I got this new cutter. This thing is awesome. I gotta tell you. Cutter, what is it called? Cutter Pillow Pro. This is really nice. It's stainless steel. You can't get cut on the blade. And you push this whole thing on the carriage here against the side when you cut. And every time you cut, it sharpens the blade. It's got a light. You turn the little light on, and then it lights up through the paper if you don't have a really, really, really heavy cardstock. And you can see exactly where you're going to cut. And it will cut off a hair-thin piece of paper that just kind of curls up to really trim something out. That's really nice about it. So now let me see. If I do that paper, we just had a thought. What am I going to do with the lid? Am I going to do it on the lid and the body? Or do I just do it on the body and paint here? Maybe some Crackle paint? Why, isn't that a good question? I think maybe some Crackle paint might be cool on there. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Of course, I can't see without sticking my head in the frame. What is that? Oh, Lord, I need to be an octopus. Where's my pen so I can write down what I'm seeing? Because you know I'm not going to remember it by the time I turn around and reach for a piece of paper. Anybody that doesn't know that is new to the game. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Where was I? So that is 3 5/8, 3 5/8 tall by 7 wide this way. And then if I add the side to do 1 strip of paper, that's the same height. That much I know. Let's see how wide this is. This is just shy of 4. That's like 3 7/8. This way. Look what I just did. Damn. Oh well. Not the worst that can happen, I suppose. Oh, trust me, that is not the worst that can happen. Stay tuned. But somehow I always like how I end up, so I don't really give a crap about all the details. So, of getting there. Okay, so I have 10 7/8 and 3 5/8 high. Now, where do I want to grab this from? I like this blue right down the middle, of course, but I want more of the waves to show. Let's start down here. Let me cut off this edge. And this cutter is a full 12 by 12, so it's not handy if you want to carry it to a crop or something. Although they advertise and market the box that it comes in as a carrier for it, although it's cardboard. I guess you could, but I wouldn't. I don't think I'd be hauling this to a crop unless I was going to like a camp thing for the weekend, which I'm going to go to in April. Okay, so I like this end with all these turquoise bits and stuff in here. So I need 3 5/8. My brain just locked. Oh, let's go this way, you dumbass you. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I have a total brain fart. So if that's 12, I'm used to having mine with the arm on it so you can measure what it is. I see the one drawback of this unit now. It doesn't have an arm I don't know about, does it? No. Dang. Okay, so it's 12 and I want 3 7/8 right there. So how do I do that? Do I make a mark there? I don't know. Somebody I know watching is smarter than me. Let me know what I'm doing wrong here. Simpleton. Okay. And then I'm going to go and cut that right there on that mark. I need to lean it against here. Always a really straight razor cut on this thing. It's really nice. Really nice, really nice. So I need another one. That's going to be 3 7/8, so that's an inch from there. 3 7/8. All right, 2 identical. And let's just do another one to see which ones I like color-wise better. I'll let grab you. 3 7/8. Then we just got what we call options. I should do it this way. It would be totally stupid. I'm looking at the mark down here now. Okay, do we have 3 of the same? Viola, we do. Oh, you're so smart. I'm going to move this. I say that with sarcasm in my heart. Okay, now let's see if this was a good idea or not. I need something. I need my bone folder. Pardon my reach. Where are you? Hello, bone folder. Oh, I'm not finding the one I want. Oh no, that's, oh, here it is. As I impale myself with the awl. Bone folder, and I need my scoreboard. Where the hell is that? Organize myself into oblivion. Are you in here, scoreboard? Yep, there you are. Rascal. Lordy. Okay, so if I'm thinking right in my little noggin, let's see which one I think is pretty enough to go on the front. They all are, Patricia. That's kind of cool with these white, that white right there. So if I went like this on this one, and why is that measuring too tall? Ugh. You see what I mean? Why is that measuring too tall? What did I do? Three and 5/8. Oh, I did 3 7/8. That was the other measurement. Why didn't one of you guys tell me that? Oh, I'm a Netley.
Call from 4436181.
That's from my husband.
38.
Okay, so we're back to the other board, and we're cutting.
Call from 4436181.
Again. So I need to cut 2/8 or 1/4 inch off of each of these. Crap, crap, crap. So much for measure twice, cut once. I got that backwards. So I need to take 1/4 off of this. Let's do it this way. I like this side better. So let's take 7/8, 5/8. I am a little disappointed when you guys didn't tell me this. Oh, just saying. You watched me go right down the wrong road, didn't you? Look at that little fine, exact little strip it took off of there. Easy as pie. So I'm going to get rid of this dark strip on this one. That's actually kind of convenient for me because I didn't like that bit on there. Okay, turn you around. And let's see where you are here. There we go. Get rid of that one. And which end of you we're going to go? Oh, it's all kind of pretty. Huh. 5/8. Okay, let's see if we got 3 of the same size again. Ah, way there. Okay, put you away again, little cutter. And let me get you out here. So what I want to do is score at 7 inches. Is that correct? And which one on the front? This one is the one I said on the front. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, look, what do you know? It works this time. Although, a hair, because of this bevel, should probably come... Oh, man. Yep. Just a squidge should come off of there. Damn it. Back to the cutter. Best laid plans. I'm just going to put this over top of this and see if I can do it without lopping off a digit. Let's go off this edge. So I just need a little bit for that bevel to come off of there. Let's see if that's going to do it. See what I mean? And that's even thicker than I've taken it off with. So, oh, that's got it. Das is good. So let's pick the other one. This one I think has more lace showing on it. I do. I'm going to take this lighter edge off of there. Just a hair there. There we go. Another little curly Q. Let's see, are we close? Yeah, crap, one's off. Let's do this. It's off just a little bit on this end. I must have had it in there kind of cattywampus. Who'd have thought I'd been able to use the term cattywampus twice in one video? just not a word that you hear much anymore these days, but in my life, I seem to use it a lot. So look at this little liver that it took off. I'm just playing with my zoom now. I don't think that sliver's that important, but I just want to see what that looks like. And get used to trying to find where the camera is and not where the screen is. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to score. Okay, you're going away again. Maybe I should keep that closer to me. My hands are freezing down here. So, 7 inches. But I want to score on the back side, right? Which is still pretty, gotta say. It's 7 inches, right? Am I thinking about this right? Let's try and see. Now, why the hell is that too long? What did I do there? Oh, sweet mama. You gotta be kidding me. 3 7/8. What the hell did I do? Watch it be 4 7/8. And it is. Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. This is how not to make an altered recipe box. That's what it's going to be. So that's back to 12. 12? 12? Okay, or if you say so. 11. And that should be an inch. Am I right or am I right? No, I'm going to take it off. Oh no, that's the lace. Crap. Alright. Here go nothing. Luckily I have more of this paper if I really dork it up. Oh, I almost said something profane. And another hair's got to come. What in the hell am I doing? Okay. I know there got to be a better way. Okay, let's try that. Alright, back she goes again. I know I'm going to need it back for the other side. I just want to see how this works, because if I do something to really doink it up, I'm going to have to surrender. Which way do I want this? 7 inches here. On the back side. And then this one, oh, but they both have to be cut off too. Sweet mama. Does everybody have this hard a time? Oh, seriously, people. Okay. Oops. Alright, so glue. Glue. What kind of glue do I want to use? Paper onto wood. Let's look in the glue drawer, shall we? I have all kinds of matte mediums. And I have Collage Page. And I have Claudine Helmuth matte medium. And I have this E6000 spray. No odor. Shake well. Whole bottle 8 to 10. Thin layer, light coat surface. Mate materials. Continue to apply pressure. Allow to dry 1 to 3 minutes. Do I dare spray it on? I probably shouldn't. I've got Mod Podge and all different finishes. PVA glue. binding and paper projects. You know what? I might use this. Very cold. It's a little cold down here. I think I'm going to use this. And I don't know why. I just kind of am. So that's pretty dry in there. Okay, here we go, old box. And if I don't like it, I'm just going to mix media this sucker right up and just layer over top of it, or rip it off and let some of it show. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to do something. Even if it's wrong, as my husband says. And there we go. And do I want to... Maybe with one of those sponge brushes. I got a whole bundle of those I had out when we were doing these mason jars. Maybe I use this. Here we go. I don't know. It's going to be what it's going to be. I just like making the patterns. Okay, let's see what you got for me. What lays around the next corner to hose up? I thought that was going to be too much, but I don't think it is. Is it just right? Could that be? Watch me glue the damn lid shut. Here you go, Charles. Ain't she pretty? It's a door stop. Make sure I get a good coat on this corner and down on these edges. Alright, let's see what happens, people. You go nuttin'. That's the one I want on the front with that lace, right? I'm going to stand it up so I got it down to the bottom. Or not, because that should be a little bit more up there. And where either the box is off or I'm off, I'm just going to hit that with some kind of distress stain or ink or something on these little itsy bitsy hairline edges there. That's what I'm going to do. Let's try. Oh, damn, I forgot about the hinges in the back. Ah! You know, I really should think this out further before I get involved. Just not my style. We had a little scare this week and last week. Well, a couple weeks ago I went to see my oncologist. And I don't know if you remember last summer I had some nodes in my neck were enlarged and they did a biopsy. They came back inconclusive because it couldn't get a big enough piece. So we rescanned a couple weeks ago and it came back showing enlarged scattered nodes, whatever the hell that means. The enlarged part I get. I don't know if that means some of them are enlarged here and there. I don't know what that means, honestly. And what I say I was going to do, sit it down so this didn't go crooked. And I'm running my yap, and I didn't, but there I got it. Okay. Anyway, I'm good. Forgot what I was saying. We had that test come back like that, and then my oncologist, she's kind of a pit bull about it like I am, and ordered a PET scan. So I went in Monday and did the PET scan, and they called me Tuesday and said, it's a beautiful scan, you're all clear. And I thought, oh, thank you, Jesus. I was a little concerned about that one, I got to tell you. I usually don't sweat much about it, but I thought whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. But with having to chase it for about a year now, I'm wondering what was going on. I thought, wouldn't that just piss me off? But I'm good. Let's see, which one of these? Let's see how this one looks. Damn hinges. Oh, yeah, they got to come down another inch. Stand by while I get the cutter out yet again. I should just leave it up here. I didn't get it all munged up with stuff. Is that the end I want to come off? Yeah, that's too dark, I think. 11. Right there. Let's get rid of this other one while we're at it. That's scored. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, that's right. I was going to say, did I just cut the wrong end of that thing? But I did not. That was only dumb luck, trust me. So, which one of these do I like better? I don't know. I can't decide. I like them both. Don't you? Yes, I do. I do. This one. I don't know why I came up with that, but this one. So, how am I going to do this? Do I just put them on and then cut them out? That doesn't seem right. Let me try. Oh Lord, here we go. Let me try this by feel. I don't think this is going to be a good idea. Maybe I'll just make a mark here and a mark here and a mark here. And a mark here, and here, and there. No, yes, I don't. Who the hell knows? Okay. Give me my little cutter bees. These are good scissors. That was my first Happy Mail I ever got. Not only got. All right, where's that cut? There we go. Alright, I'm just going to try. If I cut off of this, I think I can just zhuzh it up a little with some kind of trim or something. So I'm not going to fret too awful much about that. And where are you, my little friend? Where is that cut? Look on this side. There we go. Okay. My hand always gets really shaky when I'm doing something really detailed like this. You'd think it was rocket science. It's a piece of paper, for Pete's sakes. Lighten up. Alright, now watch, I had it. Did something. Oh no! No. There we go. Little Three Stooges action for you. Hey, is anybody going to create in New Jersey this July? Let me know if you are. I'd love to have a chance to meet up with some of my viewers, and I am going to be there from Wednesday through Sunday afternoon. I'm coming in Wednesday afternoon. I have a class starting Thursday morning. But, again, with a little sneak hint about my upcoming surprise, I may have a table on the Friday night vendor fair there. It's in Somerset, New Jersey. That's in the works. It's all about the timing. So we'll see how that rolls out. But wouldn't that be cool? Now, how did I get too much paint on this one? And I didn't have enough on the other one. And I thought I put less on here. Have to go around the edge with some of this excess, I suppose. How is that possible? Did you see me do that? Alright, let me get this, squeeze this mostly off my brush. When I'm really concentrating, you notice that I shut up. It's like my multitasking goes right out the window. Probably got my tongue halfway hanging out of my head too. Did you ever see somebody when they think hard, their tongue goes out? Could happen, I don't know. Well, maybe I'll be antiquing those or something. Okay, here we go. Get this down. Right there and right there. And look at you. And what do you know? A hair too long. How am I going to work that little problem? Might have to, I don't know. Let's deal with one problem at a time, people. Just said I can't multitask when I'm doing something tedious. I don't know where I went wrong with that measuring and cutting, but that is one thing that I do have a problem with that bar. What am I not, that cutting on that cutting machine. You know, the other one where you have your arm that swings out, so you just put it where you want it and lop her off. Why is that? Why am I not thinking about that right? I don't know. Later, plenty of time to think. How am I going to cut that off of there straight? Let's try this. Where's my little Hoogie Bopper? Now, you know I'm going to cut right through my damn mat here. Let's try this. I know that's not a great idea, but I want something fast. Oh, you didn't go through, did you? I bet you will this time. There you go. Oh, almost. So much for being cocky with the paper. There you go. Alright. Well, we're getting somewhere. So, alright, let's, there's my little cap so I don't impale myself. This puppy. I don't like this lid. I love this, the way that you hold this thing, but man, I tell you what, this lid doesn't work with me. So, what do I want to do to the top? Oops, my husband's very popular today. Cobalt teal. That's a little bit too bright for that, isn't it? Yeah, that ain't gonna work. But, you know what? One of the colors we're using on Chelsea's things for the wedding is Martha Stewart Beach Glass. That's getting pretty close. That might be a little bit too bright. What's that? Too dark. Too blue. What is that? Surf. I don't know, that might be alright. Although she really likes this color. I'm going to use this color. I'm going to use that one, and I think that's what I'm going to paint on the inside. While my mind stews on what the hell I'm going to do out here now. So, yeah, that's what I think. And if I don't like it painted, I'll just do something else over it. And watch me not, oh no, here's another one I was going to say. Watch me not have enough of this beach glass to do this. But I do. Alright, squeeze a little out of my paper palette over here. Let that sit upside down for a while. You know, this is a cheap little brush that I got at Michael's, but I really like this thing. Royal Brush Manufacturing. It's got like a non-skid handle on it, and it doesn't really say much. Oh, it's black on black. Great. Royal and Langnickel. You can barely see it, but I really like this, and it wasn't very expensive at all at Michael's. Okay, let's get to painting. Enough jawing. Let's get to slapping some paint around. Oh, that's pretty. I mean, it's a pretty color. How could it not be pretty? think about what you're saying, girl. Kind of like that, and then the cards are yellow inside. I got to think of what I'm going to do for dividers, and I actually think I have a file folder die. Back, I don't know, a year or so ago, I got a Vagabond for like half price on Overstock.com. I thought, yeah, I'm getting all this paper stuff. I should probably have something to die cut and emboss with. And so, of course, I'm going to go for the Vagabond. But I didn't feel bad paying half price for it, and it's really cool. But I think one of the very few dies, because I never really used the daggone thing. But I think one of them is a file folder tab. Wouldn't that be handy? I think. But then what will I use? Just cardstock? No, I'd have to alter each one of those, of course. It's not going to be just cardstock. You can just go buy a manila folder. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's too big probably. Maybe I could cut them down. I got a bunch of those cheap like shoe boxes at Michael's that before I redid my little makeshift studio here, I had a lot of stuff in those where they have, you know, they have the, it's like a shoe box, but they have pretty patterns on the outside and the little what is that thing called? The little piece on the front of a file cabinet where you slide in the subject of whatever the file is about. They have those on the front of them, so you could label what's in there. And every one of them came with a set of little file tab dividers. And of course I never used it because I had paints and that kind of stuff in there, not paper or pictures. So maybe I can just alter those, and I'll have to cut them down because this certainly isn't as big as the shoebox. So we'll see. I like that color. It's nice. It's painting something like an inside of a box like this. I love it because I can just slap paint. You can't go wrong. You just get in those corners and you can't make a boo-boo. Well, some people can't. I'm going to try not to. Alright. Ooh, hello. I love these papers, though, from Finnabair. Her, who was Anna Dabrowski, if those of you don't know that they're the same person. I didn't know that for a while. But then again, I'm not the brightest, so... But I took some classes at the Queen's Ink with her. And got hooked on using her papers that are so cool. And they're just prints of her, some of her art that she does, she told me. Which makes me kind of want to make my own painted paper line of color of scrapbooking papers. Wouldn't that be fun to do? Of course, you have to figure out somebody that was going to take that on for you to get them manufactured, printed, marketed, distributed. I'll just stick to painting my own papers. I think that's what I should do. Now, paint the lip this color. Yes, no. Oh, hello, pretty inside of a box. I think that's nice and bright and sunny. You know what? I'm going to hit this with my heat gun a little bit because I put too much paint out on my palette paper, and I'll put a second coat on while it's still usable. Pardon the heat gun. I think I'll pull off the lips every time I do that. Whip another little coat in here. Oh yeah, that goes on so much smoother in the second coat. I love it. So I hope everybody brings these recipe cards to the shower and has their recipes on it. I was to a shower, oh gosh, I guess it was back in the summer maybe early fall. And they did that, and I thought, oh, what a good idea. Apparently a lot of things are going on at showers and weddings that I don't know about or never heard of, because it's been years since I was at a wedding, honestly, and I just didn't have anybody that age. Well, not that age, because I got married again when I was, I don't know, let's see, 52. But I hadn't been to one for quite a while, and then I went to one, and there were all these different, like, you know, with the bride making gifts to give to ask people to be her bridesmaids, and the couples, when they get introduced at the reception, everybody comes in with this little routine dancing in, and they're kind of more fun. Glad somebody thought of that, because if you're going to pay for all that money for a wedding, you better damn well be having fun while you're doing it. Especially if you have weddings like I do. But third one's a charm, but they weren't all big weddings. I shouldn't say that. Ooh, is that messed up? No, just didn't paint that side yet. Hey, don't make me a bad person. I'm just particular. I won't settle for abuse. I move on. Okay, a little bit more of this for the lid. You know, another thing that's so different, and it's sad. I mean, it's good that it happens, I guess, for the people who really need it. But it's sad to think that whenever you go in the hospital for any kind of procedure or surgery or whatever, some of the questions that they ask you, and I actually busted out laughing when they asked me this, because it just hit me funny, because they know. Of course, nobody knows Dave like I know him, but, you know, the social worker comes in asking all these questions and says, do you feel safe at home? And I just busted out laughing, because I absolutely do. There was a time that I didn't, and I don't mean with Dave, I mean way back, with number one, but I guess if you live long enough, you see a lot of changes, but I think that's actually kind of smart. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. Close that up. I don't know what I'm going to do with that edge yet. Oops, got paint on the front. I was thinking maybe I could use some kind of Crackle paint on the lid. I wonder how that would come out. Huh, let me look at something. I have these chalk paints that I got from Paper Artsy, and I believe I bought their Crackle medium when I got them. I believe. Let's see what we got in here. What's that? Crackle glaze. Let's see. Crackle glaze can be used in between any two contrasting chalks or metallic acrylics. Apply a coat of fresco chalk. Dry, scrape over. Thin layer of Crackle. Dry using heat tool. Apply second color. And watch it crack in minutes. Alright, now what colors can I put on here? I got some, of course I got all the turquoisey colors when I ordered my paints, and I got some more coming because I had to get my friend Ellen Vargo's stamps. Did you guys see that? My friend Ellen Smith Vargo, her blog is 1036 Arts. Paper Artsy, she's on Paper Artsy as a design guest designer, and she likes to use her own hand carved stamps in her line, and they said, well, there's no reason why we can't produce your stamps. So she's got her own stamp line. Look. Where are you? Ellen Vargo. These are Paper Artsy right now, and sometimes Simon says Stamp carries this brand as well. It's Paper Artsy brand. She's got 4 different sets. She gave our little art crew that we get together with all the time each a set of her stamps the last time we got together, and I love them, but they are super awesome. So that's where they sell of course, the Paper Artsy fresco finish chalk paints, which are fabulous. But I don't know if I have the right color. I have all their turquoise colors, but that's really off from that. But I was thinking if I crackled, that yellow's kind of dark, but I could make it lighter with the white and put a yellow on the bottom and let the yellow crack through maybe this Bora Bora one. Beach Hut's translucent. South Pacific's translucent. Opaque is... Mermaid is opaque. I think that might be a little bit light though. Huh. Well, let's do a little sample, shall we? Let me try something. Okay. Oops, hang on. Painting on my shirt with this pretty color. There's my shirt. Lordy. Get rid of some of this trash. Clean up my area a little bit. Buckle up my sleeves. And let's try. I don't know if I can do it on this.